Right, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I'm hoping you can hear me now. I'm on the slower computer, but hopefully it does have sound. Put up a 1 if you can hear me. I've got the worst Wi-Fi today in our area. It's something that happens from time to time. I might as well still be in Africa when it was like 4G. Right, can you hear me, people? You can hear me. Fantastic. The only thing is that this computer is mad slow. And it's really hard for me to get to the bits that I really want to talk about. Do you understand? Finally, welcome. So that means the whole time that I was playing the intro, you guys couldn't hear it. Is that right? You couldn't hear the intro the first time when we first started. I don't even know, man. This is crazy. But anyway, we'll get the technology sorted out. The show always goes on, as it were, even though I keep saying to people, this ain't no show. It's an information sharing session. It's a safe space. Tonight, we are going to kind of ramp up the support that we need for Milton Keynes because we're marching out on Friday. We're not actually going to do a march or a tour of anywhere. We're going to be static. It's a demonstration. Greetings, everybody. Greetings, Desiree Carmi. Greetings, all the mods as well. Thanks for being patient. But it's a demonstration, and it's going to be at Milton Keynes Social Services. For those of you that haven't already seen it, I haven't actually put it up. Oh, okay. I actually haven't put it up on the community wall here on Instagram, and on YouTube, and I should have, to be honest with you. 1 second. Oh, okay. I guess that's obvious. I've just seen something on the gram that's interesting. Yeah. Let's hope that doesn't get me into too much trouble. But a lot of people posted that today. So we're going to talk about that as well. Okay. And we are going to have Grandma Liz come back on and share with us. In fact, let's just do that first because she's waiting in the background in the studio. And then we can move to the other points because we're going to talk about Peter Harvey, Peter Dredd that cut that sister to ribbons. And we're also going to look at a video that's quite distressing at the moment. So let's talk to Grandma Liz at first. And let's see. Gosh, this thing is so slow. It is so slow. Bless up, family. Bless up, bless up, bless up. We're a bit disjointed today. Bring sister on. Sis, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, you're here. That's good. Oops, I've removed you. We're actually back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Because this is giving me a mad feedback. There you go. I've got you, sis. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm a bit tired today. I'm just obviously, I came in from work and feeling extremely exhausted. So, but as we normally do, we try and jump on and keep up to date with everything that's going on with regards to the family situation. So love and blessings to you all, and to you obviously, sis. Thank you so much yet again for all that you're doing for the family. I speak on behalf of the whole entire family, and heartfelt gratitude also to all that have been supporting the family. It is really, really means a lot. I know to my daughter and the family in general.
Absolutely. It's like to support you as a family, because like you keep saying, the old Jamaican saying, today for you, tomorrow for me. And that's how we should always be operating at the end of the day.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's the kind of way we're at.
Well, obviously, as you can understand, I can't really go into too much details with regards to any court proceedings, other than one was had recently. But like I said, I don't want to give away too much because there's a lot of things that, have come to a head, which for obvious reasons, I can't discuss. Obviously, myself and the granddad still haven't been able to see the grandchildren at all, and nor as any other members of the family. And also, because my daughter has now returned back to work after her maternity leave, she herself and her partner have had difficulty in being able to see the children, because those people, which I don't like to define them with any respectful name, have made it kind of like difficult for them to see the children, based on the fact that my daughter is back at work, and based on the fact that my son-in-law is a full-time student himself. Now, they're using some stupid excuses as to because they both parties are busy working and studying. These people are trying to say that that is the timing of any meeting is proving difficult. Now, that's not really our concern. That's not our business. If it's proving too difficult, just hand back our children. Just hand them back. Simple. And then it won't be a problem for you. You know what I mean? So that's where we're at. And obviously it's that side of it is very, very irritating. But however, we are not going to relent, and we're not going to give up. Hence why we're having our demonstration, because we, especially me, will not be silenced.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And your daughter can comfortably sit and play with the rules if you like, but you can see what you like.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's what a lot of people don't do, to be fair.
Exactly. I mean, they have tried that one to try and gag us, but I'm not one to be gagged. And as you know, my motto is I refuse to stay silent so they can stay comfortable. So it's not happening around here, not as far as I'm concerned. I will speak up and I will speak out, and that's as simple as it is. And that's what it's going to be when it comes to Tuesday. And it's going to be a totally different level. Trust me when I say that.
Yes.
So yeah.
Look, I'm quite disappointed actually, because we were trying to get at least 51 people onto a coach.
Yeah.
And we've not had much takers. I don't know if it's in a limited period of time. It does take things to circulate.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people were doing the likes on, they were liking the post, but when it comes to actually showing that they wanted seats, it wasn't so forthcoming. And I do, I know there are people that I know that definitely want to come, and they said by whatever means necessary they're going to come. So I have been having discussions with my ex-husband with regards to either still trying to provide the quantity of seats, hoping that maybe still people may be able to come, or if not, I was suggesting maybe we should just downscale it and try and go for a little minibus. So because there are some people, and it'll be sad for those that do, that have shown an interest in coming down to support the family, of not having the transportation, to get down there. So I've suggested to him maybe we may just need to, try and get a minibus.
1 second, sis, I got a bit of feedback. Oh, yeah, that's not a good idea. I don't know how we're going to get hold of it. Can you guys hear that? That should have taken care of it. Fabulous. Yeah. It's because this runs slow, so I'm trying to actually work with a few laptops.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So you gave me the figures, and that's still good, and it could potentially increase. But when you're booking these type of vehicles, they give you a deadline as to whether you want to proceed with the bookings or not. And so that was the problem. But I thought he said to me that he needed to have a response, a positive response this evening by 5 o'clock. But he's told me that it's 12 o'clock tomorrow, midday. So, I mean, if there's still anybody after seeing the live that, contacts you, that is interested in going, then we can still possibly have that size coach. If not, then like I've suggested to him, then we can perhaps downscale it, the size of it, and go for something slightly smaller, just to support those that do want to come up.
So how long have we actually got? We've got until the end of the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I think Saturday, because I don't know whether this place is open on a Sunday, so I'm thinking Saturday. Yeah, but we the sooner the sooner the people can get through to you to let us know is the better. So that he's either got the option of keeping it at that size or trying to maybe go for something else slightly smaller.
Right. So, look, if anybody wants to get on that transport, whether that's going to be a minibus or the 51 seat coach, then you need to message me on Instagram or on Facebook. On Facebook, I'm Afua Rose, on Instagram, it's Afua Rose 69. So please do that, okay? I know I'm still echoing. I don't know what to do about it. But let's get the visuals up and hopefully then I can lock off this other thing. I've been echoing to myself anyway. Then they can't hear me at all. Sis, it's one of them days.
I know it is, sis. It does happen. I know that what the thing that gets me, I know when I was tuning into Killers as well, he was having some problems. So I don't know what's really going on there. They don't like our channels. In
my area, the connection just goes crazy sometimes.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. So yeah, guys, you guys know the story. You know what's going on. Please support this family. Take the day off work. Do what you have to do. Because if it was your child in social services being taken by social services, I'm sure that you would drop everything. I just want you to have that heart in these times, Thank you, sister.
Yeah, thank you very much, sis. And like I said, I really do thank you.
All right.
No problem, sis. Thank you very much. Take care now.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Right. Hey. So I hope that takes care of the echoing. Is the echoing any better now, guys? Let me know. Put up a 1 if that's better, if the echo's gone. Yeah? Echo's gone? No. Can't even see people. That's it. Well, this is the thing. Until we get the numbers, people, we can't say what time we're going to be leaving London and where the coach is going to be leaving from and so on and so forth. Thank you. The echo's gone. So we can't really say. We need people to actually express an interest. We do know that we're going to be gathering in Milton Keynes at 12 p.m. Look on Instagram. I will put it on the community wall by tomorrow, if not straight after here. And so everyone can see it on YouTube. It's been on Facebook a couple of times. It's been on Instagram a few times. Anyone who watches this channel knows the story. And yeah, we just need to kind of just look for the information. Scroll down. I know like social media is quick and we only look at what's in our feed at any given one day. But if you scroll up on my feeds, then you will see the information. There's a little flyer going around. There's been some, it's in some WhatsApp groups that I know of. Share it. The word has gone out up there as well. So, we should get hopefully a nice little cohort. I know it's difficult. And I know if you're working, it's not always easy to take the day off. There's many of our core group that won't be able to go, Is anyone listening tonight going? Yeah. Put up a 1 if you're going to be at Milton Keynes. Let's get some numbers out of here. Put up a 1 if you haven't already messaged me on Instagram or Facebook, but you will be going to Milton Keynes. Let's see what's going on so we can get a little tally going. If the mods can tally that up, that'd be brilliant. So, yeah. Sometimes the story dies because it's not in the moment. And people forget that there are people still suffering in the background, I've been in constant touch with the family since the story broke on Instagram before Christmas, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was before Christmas. And so, yeah, we often forget. And, you know, that's not a slight on anyone. It's just the way that things work, you know. Thank you. His time is up, enough is enough. Thank you for that. Why is it not coming from this studio? Yeah, thank you for that, my sister. Rima, Linus, Lily. Okay, we're getting a few numbers in here. Lily, if you haven't already messaged me, please message me, because that's where we're counting. It's hard, like through free platforms, to kind of gather all the numbers. It's not hard, but it's just a little bit more complicated. It'd be easier for me to do that counting if I'm messaged on one platform rather than having to flip between screens. Okay, so Lily, if you haven't already, please message me on Facebook or Instagram. If people haven't got Instagram, everybody's got Facebook, surely. If not, leave it in a comment under here if you haven't got any of those things and you're watching. All right, so not a lot of people from here, it would seem. Anyway, let's move on. Blessed love, Hurricane Toy, I know you always represent. Yes, of course, my sister. And let's say a big congratulations to Sister Hurricane Toya, who's always representing from the very beginning right up until now. She's at every march. But right now, Sister can't represent because, good news, she is with child. And she's in her first trimester. I'm proper smiling because it feels like it's the first his time is up, baby. Do you know what I mean? It really does, sis. Blessed love to you. Let's all put up a big up to Sister Hurricane Toya, who is now with child. And we're going to wish you a very safe pregnancy, my sister, and a happy and safe delivery. I know you're over the moon as well. I love when babies come. So, yeah, we need to meet up when baby comes so that I can kiss up the cheeks and do what I do. I'm actually itching for another grandchild, but don't tell my daughters that. They're like, woo, stay away from me. I dream some fish the other night. And I was saying to my daughters. But anyway, people, let's move back to business. You know, the energy's kind of been low this week, though. It's been a very strange time on so many levels. I don't know who else is feeling that, but there's some very interesting kind of planetary shifts taking place at the moment. Very interesting indeed. But let's talk about Peter Dredd. Let's talk about Peter Harvey. You guys might remember this individual here. Don't know if you remember this guy. You guys might remember him. Yeah? He was the guy that was responsible for this. Yeah? You guys remember? Put up a one if you remember that story. It was a horrendous thing. And he got apprehended. He was arrested. He was put on remand. And his case was had come up recently, very recently. Quite quickly, I think, in the scheme of things. But it had come up. This guy here, Peter Harvey, people. Peter Harvey. This nasty piece of work. He's a monster. He's a complete and utter monster. Yeah? He got off this week. Now, there's lots of speculation. My inbox has been flooded since I put the post out. In fact, before I put the post out, there was a good few people that brought me the story and made me aware that this was what was going on. In fact, that he had walked and that the case had been thrown out because of insufficient testimony and evidence. Now, there's lots of speculation as to why that was. And I'm not really going to dive too deep into what a lot of people have been saying to me, you know, as to why they think it was. But let's just say it was a lack of testimony and a lack of evidence. And even if the principal person who was supposed to give evidence, namely the victim themselves, were not able to give as much evidence as they could, then there were lots of witnesses at the scene at that time who should have been there, who should have given statements, who should have come to court, who should have supported that. That's what I want to focus on. Because, you know, the ins and outs of certain other things, I'm not going to get into that because I don't really fully know the fullness of it. You understand? What I do know, however, is that there were lots of people present because lots of people have told me they were present. They flooded my inbox at the time to give me their accounts and their testimonies. You see our people. Go to the police with it, which is what I said to all of them at the time. Thank you for that. Thanks for the information. Have you given your statement to the police? Didn't hear much after that. You see this so-called black wall of silence? It is killing us, literally killing us. This black wall of silence that we have going on is what has enabled the pedophiles and the rapists to thrive. It's what's enabling gang violence to thrive. It's what's enabling youth crime and murder to thrive. This black on black wall of violence. Gonna stop it. I don't know what else to say. You know, how is this man able to walk free in the community amongst us when he's done a thing like that? And apparently he's done it before to that individual. And apparently he's done it to quite a few women. You know, that and worse. He is a woman beater. Nobody ever said he was a paedophile. I never said that once. I don't give a man more than he is due. You understand? Nobody's ever told me this man is a paedophile. I have been told that he's been involved in rape within relationships. I haven't been told that he's a predatory rapist, but he's certainly a relationship rapist. And he's definitely a violent, nasty woman beater. You know, really violent. What he did to that sister is just unforgivable. I don't know this guy. I don't wish to know this guy. I wasn't aware of his nasty works prior to this, the sister that I just showed. And that's what I'm dealing with. That's when he came into my radar and on most people's radars, unless you grew up in his area. But what is really scary for me is the fact that those who were there, those who know what he does, you know, the fact that it was highlighted to the level that it was this time are still there, probably giving him a fist when he walks down the high road. You know, probably still laying down with him in one capacity or another, you know, some female. How? This wall of silence. This wall of silence, why people say to me, and why ain't there no cases? Because of the wall of silence. Because the victims either are too afraid to go to the police or the police don't help. Because it's not just the wall of silence, actually. It is the wall of resistance meeting the wall of silence, the wall of resistance from law enforcement and the judiciary, meeting the wall of silence from the community, why we don't get no justice. We are our own worst enemies. And right now we're in the season of ensuring that we clean up our own backyard before we go beating the drum and beating the odds and barling injustice. How is the people going to respect us and be showing us any kind of justice when we don't even show that to ourselves, people? This is what I said. You know, I've deliberately kind of scaled down the amount of call outs that we're doing. And, you know, because we got a lot more. Let's focus on the ones we've got. Yeah, there'll be new stories. People come for that. And we should highlight them. But I could be showing a lot more like I have been for the past 2 years. I've deliberately kind of jiggled up the format a little bit because we need to focus down our stuff. If you were following this story from its embryonic stages on Instagram to where we are now, you will know that I've always shown and tried to demonstrate and articulate the connection between the trauma that's experienced in our community in terms of sexual abuse and child abuse and physical abuse and whatever goes on for us. That connection and the connection with things like these knife attacks, these violent men, these violent women, this ill in our community that plays out in so many different ways. And, you know, drugs is just a perfect accompaniment to that. No one is straight and clear in their mind anymore, it would seem. You know, those of us who are seem to be in the minority, you know, or is it that we're flooded with images 24/7 of what is going on? I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm not on the inside of that story ultimately, but what I do know that was in the public domain is that that man cut that sister up and he's now free to walk amongst us. Let it was a lady from the suburbs. We all know what we're talking about. Let it was her. That person would not be free. Number one, because the system would ensure that he was not free. And number two, because any eyewitnesses that were standing about and saw what they saw would be more than giving their evidence in court. Yeah? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like I said, I'm not going to spend too much time tonight. It's going to be a short one, people. But I'm just disgusted. You know, I've been feeling really low, and low in the sense of my people, the state of our community. When I look around it and I see what's going on, and I see the lack of, what's the word I'm looking for? The lack of spirit in our people, the way that we've forgotten to stand up, the way that we no longer have the wherewithal to even fight for our own liberation in that regard. It's just really dire, you know, and being brought into sharp contrast with my world. Because in my world, it doesn't go like that. In my world, it's all about standing up. It's all about making a stand. I come from that era. I come from that ilk. That is our generation. But I look at the youngers and I think, whoa, blessed love ultra. You know, brothers and sisters, we are the principal agents in our own demise. Quit being a part of the problem and start being a part of the solution. Absolutely, sister ultra or brother ultra. You know, but our greatest teachers have been telling us this for generations now, man. It is time. It is time. What we do is we burn out the 1 and 2 individuals that care enough to stand up. We burn them out. That's what we do. And then we wonder why we're still in this condition after 400 or 500 years. It's not good enough. And the time is now. If we miss this slot, we're going to go around another 400 years of this madness. Trust me. If we miss this slot. But right now, the heavens are open for it to happen. And brother, blessed love my brother ultra. Blessed, blessed, blessed. So used to saying sis. I could go on. But you know something else that's really deep, that's just added to the way that I feel about our community at the moment? I showed it on Instagram earlier on because I got it off of Farron Paul's Insta, actually. I reposted it from there. I understand it's been going crazy around the internet and different places. And I showed it as well. Instagram has just taken it down for violence, which makes sense that they would do that. But it's out there. People saw it. There was comment. And I'm going to show it now. There is a trigger warning. So anybody that is of the faint heart, you know, that is easily upset, please turn away and turn your volume down for the next 2 minutes. Because what I've witnessed today, and a lot of you were on Instagram talking about it, some of you may have seen it. It's just the epitome of all that I talk about, because nobody can't. Anyway, let me show it and then we'll talk about it. It's just unbelievable. Hey, unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Turn away. Trigger warning, people. Put up your trigger warnings, moderators.
Apologize.
I'm sorry
for trying to fuck my man. And you're not gonna fuck no one's man again. Okay, sir. You're bleeding. You're bleeding, innit? Show them where you're bleeding. Show them where. Hey, you lot. Hey, you lot. Hey, show them where you're bleeding. Show them where you're fucking bleeding. You're bleeding. Apologize, yeah?
Sorry.
Fuck anyone's man again, and I'll kill you next time. On my mum's life. Fuck your dead mum. Suck your dead mum. Fuck that bitch. She running in the fucking air. Fuck Ebony's mum. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Don't ever play with me again, bitch. Next time I run up in the yard and kill your ass, Clark. Dumb bitch.
Okay, I'm going to
Find the sliders now. Find it now. No, you want to embarrass me, son.
I'm not trying to embarrass you, princess. I'm not trying to.
Hi, guys. So I'm in Ebony's house. Mrs. Fuck People's man, and think that she can get away. Money off.
Did Hunter tell you that?
Money off. Money off. Money off. Don't fucking piss me off. Don't piss me off. What? Ebony, don't piss me off. Ebony, don't fucking piss me off. Ebony, don't piss me off. You fuck Huncho. You tried to fuck Huncho. You tried to fuck Huncho. Ebony, take the fucking finger off. I've got a knife right on my hand right now. Ebony, don't piss me off. Okay. Ebony. Okay.
I'm trying to unmute people. Don't know what's going on here. Trying to unmute. Am I unmuted now, people? This thing is so slow. Am I unmuted now? I'm unmuted now. Put up a one if you can hear me. Ugh. Where do you you put the mute back on? This thing is mad slow. It's I tell you anyway. Ciao. The only reason I'm able to show those things is because I'm on another laptop showing you what I'm showing you. Where do you begin with that, people? There are so many questions for me. It's at night. The child is in bed. She looks about 12 years old. How did she get in the house? Did the girl let her in? Is there someone else filming? What is going on? Where are the parents? You know? She tried to excuse her depravity. You saw it on Shade Bar. I'll have to have a look. How do you excuse that? Well, Carla Sousa, absolutely. I don't even want to talk. Done talk at the end of the day. But I'm thinking, where the parents, night workers? What do you guys think? I mean, I'm just gobsmacked that a girl. I've seen boys carry on like that, you know, and terrorize their one another. But am I sheltered? I didn't know that our girls were doing this. You know, I know they're a bit wild and they have hair fights and whatever, but to go up in a the older one looked about 14. I would say the younger one looked about 12, but that's just me. It could be 14 and 16, who knows? But the older ones, the one with the knife is definitely older. My God. And I need to know that this girl, we're going to send that footage to the police ourselves personally. Now that I've got a screen recording of it, I shall be sending it straight to the police. You know, we can do that. They have email addresses that are connected to 101. We can do that. They need to see it. Everyone needs to do their bit, because if I don't do it and wait for the next person to do it, it might never be done. So we all take individual responsibility. Everyone take individual responsibility. Who are her parents? The attacker? What are they saying? How are they feeling? Do they even know? You know, because a lot of parents, if they're older, they're just not on social media, you know. But we need to take personal responsibility and start cleaning this kind of thing up. We need to hand these kids in. What else can we do? We don't have our own systems. I know what I'd like to do with them. Unbelievable, unacceptable. The level of violence, because we talk about violence against women and girls. That should not exclude a girl like that. Because I'm sorry, but that was just pure, unbridled testosterone. Well, Brother Randy, me not see that yet. I am sheltered. I must be. You know? Yeah, I've seen women fight and carry on and whatever, but I'm talking young girls. We're not talking big women here. Young girls arguing that one has taken the other one's man. Yeah? When the other one don't look as if she's old enough to take no man. This is the issue. Do you understand? Roddy, you said it. By the end of the day, it's going to take more than that now. It's that done part. You know when it say, what done spoil her evening, can't come good morning? That had to take place in her home. You know, that should have been dealt with way before it reached puberty. For her to be expressing this now, this level of rage that she has for, you know, to me, that's just self-hatred. The level of rage that she's got for her, what should be her sister, her sister, her soul sister, is just unmatched. I'm just, you know, hot water kettle and a knife. Dopping or Ufa frightened because that was a smaller child she was doing that to. I'm sure there's better girl than her out there. Because to me, it was an act of a coward. It weren't a fair fight. The child was extremely traumatized and terrified. And then to go as far as to stab up the picture of her dead mum. I mean, I don't know what that was about. All over a bloke called Pedro, a boy called Pedro. And I was thinking to myself, watching it, and go look pan Pedro at all. Can you imagine Pedro? Who is this Pedro? Where is Pedro? What's he doing about his girl? If that is his girl. I don't believe it's her little sister. It can't be. It could be. It could be. Because it's still unexplained how she's in the house at night with a young girl that's in bed. With no parental supervision whatsoever. It doesn't explain it. It's mad. It is mad. I think her face needs to be circulated. Absolutely disgusting. Definitely a coward, Marcia, for real. And we need to do something about this kind of thing as a community. These kind of things can't be allowed to continue. I'm afraid for my daughter. And my daughter can defend herself, but in a situation like that, I said to her, because she'd seen it, it's everywhere. Well, oh my God, how did you see that? It's on TikTok. I was like, oh my Lord, get off that TikTok. But the point is, she's seen it. And I said to her, what would you do in that situation? Would you try and disarm her and take the knife off her? My daughter said, no. I would have hid under the duvet same way. She's 12, my daughter. You know? And for real, she was frenzied. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You know? And I don't know what the people's parents are doing. I don't know if the young girl has even told her parents. Somebody needs to get a handle. I don't know. My older daughter had seen it, and we spoke about it this afternoon, and she said, they could be, but that didn't look like a care bedroom to me. Care bedrooms look different. That weren't a care bedroom. I'd be very surprised. T says, Afua, you really don't know what's going on in the world. You're back in the Stone Age. And I think I am, T. And I'd actually like to stay there with all the rubbish that I see going on around me. And to be honest, because maybe my children, you know, when you get to a certain age, you kind of see the world through that of your children, because they're the ones who connect you to the youth. You know, I don't stand around at bus stops or outside chicken shops to really see what the youth them are going with. And in my area, the youth them don't behave like that on the road. So I don't see it. And my children are not involved in that. So no, I don't see it. I really don't. I don't. I have to see social media to see these things. And because of the stuff that I look at when I'm in my spare time, these things don't often come up in my feed. You know? So I don't. I am in the Stone Ages. I really, really am. You know, I get told it all the time. And actually, I don't mind, because this world is dirty. You know, if people can't see that we're living in the Babylonian Sodom and Gomorrah that the Bible speaks of, then you never will see it. You know, you never will. It's a horrible matrix. And I don't know what to say. I mean, because there's lots of little girls out there like that. That much I do know. For the large part of my work, I've worked a lot with gang boys and worked in male prisons. You know, I've had touches here and there with the girls, but to be honest, I haven't. Going to be honest with you. And it's actually a phenomenon that's been rising in the last kind of 10 years or so with the girl gangs, you know, becoming where they are at the end of the day. There's always been girl gangs. In my day, they were called, you know, you had Red Roses down in West London, and people had posses. There's always been gangs. But it's what they are involved in. It's what they are doing to each other that I have a particular problem with. But that girl is an abuser, you know. And if God ever decides to grace her womb with a child and she hasn't got hold of herself, what we're going to see is the next generation again of an abused child. And it just goes on and on from there. Because I'm pretty certain the way that she's done that before. You know, the way that she was knocking the knife to extra intimidate the girl, she's done that to before. Whether it's to her peers, other children, I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? But I do know that she's done that before. There's no way she hasn't. That wasn't her first time in a mad rage. It really wasn't. You know, that's what she's about. And also, I'm surmising that she's experienced a lot of anger and violence in her young life, in her familial formative life. That's what I'm surmising. Because how does a child get that angry? It can't be just over the man. You wouldn't be able to express that level of anger and rage that you want to attack a person to that level, as a person younger and smaller than you as well. You know, she done it to impress the man them. So it's all about ego, is it? And trying to, why would that impress the man them? Jesus, I mean, like, I would not want my son to bring that girl home. I would not want my son to bring that girl home. That type of girl could never darken my door. You know, I would work with her in the community, but I wouldn't bring her anywhere near my premises with that kind of rage in her. And, you know, look, she's a young girl. Let's not forget that. This is the attacker I'm talking about. You know, it's obvious what the poor victim has gone through, but the attacker herself is still a young girl. She's not even a big woman. She's a deranged child. Okay, so the girls were from North London looking for this girl. There are girls from North London and they're looking for her. All right, yeah. I mean, look, wherever she's from, doesn't matter to me. Somebody said South in the original clip that I saw. Maybe that was just an assumption. But somebody said South. I think it could have been an assumption. I don't know if that's verified. But look, we're in trouble, people, and we've got to stand together even more than we previously have. We really do. Unbelievable. Skunk and Two Sipper Ray Ray. Yeah, she did seem to be on something, you know. Two boy. Okay, no, I haven't, Kelly. I'll try and watch it. Where do I find that? She's from South and she went to Oasis Academy. Thank you, Arshane. So she doesn't, who is that, the attacker? Yeah. So does she still go to Oasis Academy? Do you know? We need to pin this girl down, man. She can't stay on the street like that, abusing people's children. Someone sent me a video, a DM. Apparently there's some sort of explanation thing going around. I've not seen that. I'm going to try and source it. If someone can find it, that'd be great. But why is she still on the road being able to give explanations? She should be in youth custody. I don't even think she's old enough. She might just look young, you know, black don't crack and all that. I look pretty young as a young girl. I looked a lot younger than I was. She goes to sixth form. Hey, so Oasis Academy in which area? Let us find out, because her school will have to be informed on Monday morning. Somebody got to take responsibility. People want to shield their children in these situations, you know, because they don't want their child to go to jail. My child behaves like that and I'm calling the police myself. I don't care what anybody says. They need to understand that if they behave like that, there is a consequence in this society, you know, because if I do what I want to do, I'm going to get locked up anyway. If I deal with the child the way I want to deal with the child, I'm going to get locked up anyway. So the child has to have a consequence. And if that is the state, then let it be the state. I don't care what anybody says. Children that behave like that, the parents need to serve them up or face the punishment themselves. That's what needs to happen. There's far too much of it going on. There's far too many parents that shield their murdering children, knowing that they've juked up other people's children and killed them. And they still pull out heaven and earth to make sure that they do not face justice. You know, that's why this Peter Dredd guy is still walking around as well, being able to cut up women anytime he pleases and feel untouchable, just like Rat did. When are we going to wake up, people? You know, I've been proper disillusioned this week, you know. I've been saying I just want to go right back to where I came from 2.5 years ago before I started coming back down into this community. Because I keep saying it, we are the most apathetic people in the whole diaspora in this country. We are. We don't stand for anything, which means we're going to die for everything. If you don't stand for anything, you will die for everything. You understand what I'm saying? It will just come at you at the end of the day. You have to stand for something. And we don't. We don't. We stand for all the wrong things. All we've got is shapers who ain't willing to really go out and put themselves on the line. It's crazy. And, you know, somebody like myself, I'm old and tired. I've been doing this 35 years. Yeah? Where's the new blood? What's happening with the youngers? in our community. No one's interested. We're done for out here. I'm sorry if this live is doom and gloom, people. But we're done for out here. How did the clip end? I don't know. I'm hearing that how in North London in Enfield. How do we know this? Is there anywhere that I can verify that, people? How do you guys know that? Of course, it was attempted murder to me. GBH at the least. At the very least, there was the hot water. There was the threats to kill. There was the actual attack with the knife. She's been stabbed. You know, attempted murder might not stick. She's heard to say, next time I will kill you. So attempted murder might not stick, but Carl Sousa's right. GBH with intent, which is next door to attempted murder. She's still going to get a big bird. She could get up to 15 years for that, if not more. So let's hope they throw the book at her. I don't think she's going to be on road for long, to be fair. Somebody's going to have to deal with it. And if the parents don't know, they'll know now. And they'll do what's right. If she goes to the same school, well, she's definitely going to get caught before the weekend's out. I believe it's gone viral today, unless I am just late on it. Brunsfield, absolutely. Absolutely. Not even any of the others. Let it be Brunsfield, AAA. Put her on those wings. Put her on the little Spurs. Little squeeze up Spurs. Not even HMP where you're free. You know what I mean? You got space. She wanted her shoes. I got the feeling, B. Phillips, that she'd maybe lent her some sliders and she wanted those as well. Or maybe she was after her sliders because they were nice. Sliders, you know. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Let me put out the link, people. Well, she didn't cut her face. She stabbed her in the leg. I think she wanted to make a point rather than kill her. If she's got that kind of anger issue that, you know, it's hard to kind of hold back, whether you're at school or not. I doubt very much she's in a normal school. But someone was saying she's in sixth form, which means that she passed her GCSEs. So she's about to throw her life down the tubes. Because no university will take her with a charge like that, I can tell you. That is mad. That is mad. Mad. Mad people. It's crazy. Let me put out the link, guys. If not, we'll wrap it up. I am absolutely exhausted as usual. But don't worry. I'm going to get a break real soon. One day, you guys, you'll turn on the live and then you'll see me somewhere else. That's what's going to be happening real soon. All right, there's the link, guys. Jump on, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think the solutions are. I don't have any more solutions, you know. I am all spent out trying to even focus on these things. She could have. Thank you, Paula Smith. She could have killed a child if she had hit a main artery. That's exactly how Damilola Taylor died. They stabbed him in the leg, hit a main artery, and he died. They didn't mean to kill him. They just wanted to scare him. Little children with really dangerous weapons going on. But I suspect this girl hasn't had much of a childhood. I really do. I suspect she hasn't had much of a childhood, honestly. Because surely she can't do. I don't know where the parents are. I don't know if there are parents there. But the other little girl, it'd be good to hear the story, man. There's the link, people. Jump on with that. All right. Here we go. If not, we'll wrap it up. It's a really low energy live tonight, but that's kind of how I'm feeling. It's only an hour. It's all good. You guys come out to Milton Keynes, man. Come out to Milton Keynes, honestly. Let's get this off the screen. I'm not sure what's happening here. That's a go on. No takers. What's happened with Westwood? Well, we made an impact, you know, people. I forgot to update people that didn't see the Instagram posts regarding it. We managed to turn back, I do believe it was in excess of 25 people. Some say it was more, but that was my count. You know, that was my count. So we managed to do that. I sent her response to your IG. Thanks, Psalms 91. We managed to do that. And yeah, we managed to do that, which is good. And look, it was quite interesting because if we'd have had more people, we could have covered the club from both sides, because people were kind of coming in from both sides. Imagine the club's in the middle and you've got people coming in from the left, you've got people coming up the road from the right. We had agreed to stay to the left, and we were able to kind of cut a lot of people off there just through reasoning. Those that wouldn't, were just kind of rolling their eyes, not caring. Yeah, we were shouting shame on you at them. But you know what made me laugh is that one of the first comments that came up once we showed what was going on is Blessed Love Row, is from someone saying, "Oh, why were you shouting at the women, the girls?" And I think so. Protest pretty, like seriously, protest ain't pretty. Blessed Love Row, Blessed Love, how you doing?
Yeah, blessings. Yeah, I'm going to speak about this situation, yeah, because all of my friends actually posted this. So this girl, her name is called Princess. Well, apparently there's allegations going on about her being a transgender, because I saw a nude picture of her showing her private part, which looked like, a male reproductive organ to me. And then also basically what happened is her ex-friend was falsely accused of sleeping with her man, which is not even her man. And basically the guy, he's not even all that, which is the most just abysmal thing of all. The guy's not even all that. Yeah, and she went round her yard through, well, you get the story, yeah. She basically attacked her. And now a lot of people have filed police reports about her. I don't know if she's in custody or not, but all the police have just said as a statement is that we're looking into the situation. But this girl literally just baited out herself.
Really?
Showing full face in the video. You've baited yourself out.
Wow.
I know, and it's just so heartbreaking because it just puts a very bad negative stigma on us, not just only as Black people, but as Black women. Like, we're supposed to be children of God, and we're doing this.
So, sis, how do you know these? So, first of all, what area are they from?
She's from South London. She went to Oasis Academy, and not the one in Enfield, but I don't know which one, But all I know is she went to Oasis Academy, but she doesn't go uni. She goes sixth form. So I don't know which.
This is the attacker. So the attacker is 16 plus.
Yeah, she's 18 years old.
She's 18. Oh.
Yeah.
And how old is the victim?
She's 18 as well.
She's 18? Oh, wow. So they're both, she looks very young for 18.
Yeah.
So they're both 18. So they're both adults. She'll be tried as an adult. Hey. Not even a child. They looked young. And you know this because you're connected to people that know them, or what is it?
Yeah, through that. Yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
And there was also another video of her before this situation of her actually beating up another girl, or like this was like back in December, I think, and like she had this fight with some girl. I don't know what it was, but yeah. So obviously this person is a troublemaker. Yeah, and she needs to get done for.
Big
really.
time. Big
And
time.
the thing is, more stuff like this goes on. It's just not being recorded, and it's just not being shown. A lot more. These situations go on. But what I don't like is that people are circulating nudes of her. Like there was this one video of her sleeping with someone, and someone sent it to the attacker's mum. Yeah, and then she responded with, "Oh, thank you for giving me this video, and if you can send me more, that would be good." So obviously the mum has now got involved with this situation, which was unbeknownst to her.
And it could well be a situation that this poor mother doesn't even understand what this creature has become.
Yeah,
It's
she's
not until, like,
Ghanaian. Her mum is Ghanaian as well.
I figured they could be West African or origin. the poor woman doesn't even understand probably what's going on, in her child. Who knows? Who knows? Or there could be other things. I don't know. Like, really? Whew. So, sis, what do you sound quite young yourself.
Yeah, I've been on your life before.
Have you?
Yeah, me and you spoke on the phone a long time ago.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Well, we can talk off air about that, sis. Hit me up on Instagram and DM me, just to remind me,
Yeah.
and we'll jump on. But so what do you think the solution is for this type of thing? Like you said, not everything gets recorded and it's going on everywhere. What do you think it is? Because us as elders, we can say what we think, but will that work with young people? We have to hear your voices. And I believe that the solution comes from young people themselves.
I know. But this is the thing. We can do all the violence protests we want and do, campaigns and all this, but it will still go on because I'm so sorry to say, but this generation, this current generation is doomed. It's just so sad to see the way I see people in London act is just appalling. Like, for example, like in Tottenham Court Road, Oxford Street, people, youngsters wearing ballies, robbing candy stores. Yes, I know they do money laundering, but still, like, it's just annoying, and they think it's funny. And stuff like this. And the thing is, and I don't want to, be, judgmental or anything like that, but these young black girls, the way that they act is very ratchet, and it's true. It's
Yep,
true,
it
and
is
we
true,
have to
sis.
fix ourselves better up than this. And the thing is, men, they don't want someone like that. They don't.
This is what I was saying. Like, what kind of a guy would be with her anyway? And now you're saying that she's transgender. I mean, she's 18. She can have a sex change, right?
Apparently, I don't even know. I don't even know that's true, but yeah, it's just a very shit situation.
It's
But
crazy. It's absolutely mental. I'm going to try and upload a picture of this Pedro. Somebody's just
the
sent.
guy's not even all that. Like, I'm thinking, why are you doing all of this for this guy?
But then again, is it fair to even show Pedro's face? Because he's not really involved, is he? Do you know him?
Well, he's got a girl. He's already got a girl. That's the thing. He's got a girl. That's not his current girlfriend.
I don't. I've just been sent something and seen his face, but I don't agree with the caption. It says all that drama over this monkey. No, I'm gonna like.
I know. I saw that. Yeah, that's not nice. But like, still, like, for any man, like, it's just.
Yeah, I'm not going to show his face. Actually, I can see it for myself. I mean, he does look a bit rough at the edges, the guy, and his hair's a bit picky. But
still, just fighting over a man is just very sad. It's actually just very sad, But what really triggered me was about her deceased mum. I think that's what triggered a lot of people, including me.
That was real bad.
Yeah. And the screams when she threw hot water, but the deceased mum one got me because I was thinking, you're trying to actually theoretically stab her mum and then throwing her picture on the floor and saying,
it's just absolutely sacrilegious, isn't it?
Yeah, and the thing is, she went on with a statement on her Snapchat, basically summarizing that I am still proud for what I did. She was talking shit about me when me and her was talking. I've always done stuff for her. She's always had a bad attitude, no morals, this, that, and the third. Like, but that still doesn't justify what you did.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
and her
You could have slapped her around the face, She could have slapped her around the face.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Humiliated her if that's what she really wanted to do. And even then, it's over a boy. Like, where is your self-esteem?
That's what I'm trying to say. And you were saying about you thought that she was under the influence, isn't it? In the video. Yeah, because I've seen her with videos at parties, and she does smart whip. So I don't know if maybe she was under the influence in that
She
video.
does
But
what? Sorry?
smart whip is basically like
Smart
not
whip.
laughing gas, but a gas that
Oh, the
you whip.
balloons thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's driving them crazy. That's
Yeah.
nitrous oxide is what we
Mhm.
know it as, and it's extremely harmful,
Mhm.
especially if you rest on it. You know, if you become addicted to it. So she's
Yeah.
on the balloons thing. So she did seem like she was on something. You know, the way that she was laughing, like that maniacal laugh that she had.
But I think
Jesus.
she just acts like that in real life, to be honest, because I
Oh,
don't
is that
know.
her persona?
Yeah.
I bet she doesn't act like that at home.
Well, if she does, then I don't know if the parents need to sort her out or something. But it's just sad, like, you know, man. That's what I'm saying. This generation is doomed. I just don't know what to say, to be
But
honest.
they're back home people. I should imagine that you know, they'd know how to sort her out. But I think a lot of us now are frightened of the system. We don't want our children
Mhm.
taken away, so we've lost some of
Yeah.
the old disciplines that we used to have. Because to me,
Yeah.
that mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah. But
Sis,
these
thank you
same
for your
people that
insight.
are. Hmm?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, but saying these same people who are talking about this situation, but like what I'm thinking is, but you act the same way as well, not in terms of like the violence and stuff, but the way you portray yourself around other people. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we see some of these young girls at the bus stop with their
Mm-hmm.
skirts pulled high, with these little socks on over the knee,
Yeah.
looking like something from a porno magazine. And they don't seem to understand that there are men that look for things like that. And
Yeah.
they're loud and they're obnoxious and
I
they're
know. I
just
know.
crass, you
I
know.
know. And she should have thought more carefully about what she did, because there's a lot of sex videos of her going around, a lot of them. And I'm thinking, don't you have no shame? I'm not saying that you can't do anything, but like, you don't even have control of this evidence that is going around. That someone else has recorded you
So
doing this,
so
and
hold
is
on.
making you even more of a bad person. And people are taking the piss out of her.
Thank you, Angor. I need to educate myself about playground culture as well. And Elabe Summers says, over time, we become afraid of our own pitney. Not to me. My children, them know. They know. You understand? Nobody ain't coming in my
I
house and
know, but
making a mess.
a lot of these children, try and try and act the way that they act outside in the home.
Mhm.
Some people won't stand for it, but some of them do, because they love their children. But that comes in with spoiling your child and all
Absolutely.
that.
And I one thing I do know about these types of characters is that once you get them behind the wall and they start to sniff the long bird, they break down quick, quick, quick. They're not the people that can even take the door slamming behind them. Do you understand what I'm saying? These people.
Hmm.
Seriously. You see
Yeah,
it. I've worked
yeah.
on many a young offenders, and you see the boy crying in the cell because he's just received the 25. What are you crying for, bro? Why are you here? Stab my brethren over his mobile phone. Stab my brethren over a girl. Okay, so why are you crying?
Mm,
Can't hold their bird. A lot of these
mm,
people, so they act bad out here, and social media seems to me it ramps that up. But what I'm trying
mm,
to get my head around, because you're saying that you've seen pictures of her showing her genitalia, and her
mhm.
genitalia looks like male genitalia.
Yeah,
So the videos of her having sex, who are they with?
they're with men.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Um, yeah, just all very interesting. They're
But
not.
I don't believe in the trans thing. I don't
You
actually
sure it's
believe
not
in
been
it.
photoshopped or something, sis?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
I
maybe they
think it
edited it or
probably could
something,
be.
because ain't no way, and
Mm.
obviously, like, I'm not saying about like her parents or anything, but obviously they may have an opinion about all that if she did do that.
I think they'd know. I don't think it's an easy thing. You can't just pop down to the hospital and
Exactly.
get it
Yeah.
sewn on. You've got to go through a whole transition thing, apparently, and
Yeah, and
you've got to take
hormone
hormone
injections and all
tablets
that.
as
Yeah.
well. She had a female voice,
Yeah.
So I don't know if she'd be able to get male genitalia and still have a female voice. I don't really know that much about it. Maybe somebody needs to educate me. But I thought they had to go for a transition, live as a man, take the hormone tablets, do all the man things, and then they'll be able to get the full bit, the full transition, the full operation. That's what I thought. So it makes no sense. I think it's probably Photoshop. And I think it's probably a meme saying that she's mandem, isn't it? Because she certainly behaves like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She certainly behaves like that. She's not going to be on the road for long. Doubt it. And if the police don't do something, well, do you know if the other young girl has made a statement to the police?
All I know is she's in hospital at the moment.
Because I could imagine that she probably received a lot more kind of defense wounds apart from the stab in her leg.
Yeah. No, all I know is she's at the hospital, but she hasn't said anything or nothing. So,
and she's probably too afraid to. I said she's probably too afraid to.
Yeah.
But the police can take it out of her hands because there's video evidence. They've caught people for that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. She would obviously be too afraid to make a police report about hers, but obviously all of us have done, so that's good.
Do you know anything about how she got into the house in the first place?
Nope, none of that. I just saw the video and I just saw people speaking about it. I don't even know this girl myself, or
right.
I just know her, know them through mutual people.
Yeah. And we don't know if the other girl's got siblings.
Yeah, I think your circle of friends really play into a part, in the person who you become. You just need to stay away from certain people and be around a group of people, that are going to fulfill your life, will tell you the truth, will tell you what's right and what's wrong, and make you feel happy, not being around people who, don't have any structure to their lives or anything, and carry on like that. My group of people, I do performing arts, and my people are around performing arts and stuff, and I like to go to the library and stuff. I don't stay home late at night and stuff because I got other shit to get on with,
Well, you sound like a young lady that's got your life on track, sis. We need parent groups. We need structure. We need to be in the schools. We need to be on the corner. We need to be in the estate. We need to be on the bits, as they say. We need to be out there. We need an outreach effort, like it used to be, and start just connecting and engaging again. We don't. Everybody's left to their own individual devices, and the youth them are running wild. Because I can't even understand how something like that could happen. I don't believe, like you said, her parents are Ghanaian. The other little girl looked like she was in her family house and whatever. So they didn't look like children that were in care to me.
I feel like these institutions are not even doing enough, to, actually bring, all of us together. They've just put up go to this club or anything. Even for Black History Month, and I feel like Black History Month should be Black History Year, not just a month. It's a bit, contradictory, but like these institutions don't do enough, for us, like, it's just sad.
So, I'm just wondering where the victim's parents were in that attack. Why she was home alone? Because it looked to me like she was in her bed. She had on her night clothes. Do you know what I mean? She had on her bonnet. So I'm thinking, are they night workers? It was clearly nighttime outside. You could see through the curtain a little bit that it was night. I'm just wondering why the girl was at home alone, nobody's in, and she was able to do that. Very strange. But thank you for your insight, sis. Thank you so much. That's really brought us up to speed. Wow.
Yeah.
Just wow. Thank you, sis.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
No
I'll
worries.
DM you, yeah?
Yes, please. Please,
Okay.
please. Blessed love. Damn. Why, me tired. I want to get out of here. I don't want to raise my daughter in this madness. Because I tell you one thing, when we were in Tanzania, picnic never go on, sir. Children don't deal with each other like that. That girl would be locked up for a long time and seen as a freak of nature. in the community. I can't even say that I would take my child to the place of my parents' birth, Jamaica, because they go on worse. You know, you got to get out of here, man. This is not on. It's not on. And it is mostly London, to be fair, that kids are going on like that. I just feel like there's something, years ago when they first started, when youth violence first came on the kind of radar of the establishment, and there was a few bad summers where there'd been lots of stabbings and things like that. A good few years ago now. It was a time when they first started throwing up these academy schools and stuff like that. Probably about, you're talking kind of 15 years ago, maybe, or thereabouts. And I remember there was an article that came out that, it wasn't even an article, it was common knowledge, it was more than an article that came out. Basically, the government introduced into shopping centres or places where young people gathered in big numbers, they introduced a system whereby over the Tannoy system, they could send out a pitch, a sound that only anyone up to the age of 24 years old could hear. Yeah, and you used to be able to get an example of it on YouTube. I played it once. I tested it once when my kids were smaller and or younger. And it was me and my partner at the time, and we tested it, and we kind of just heard this little kind of, buzzing or whatever it was, like a kind of high-pitched sound, but nothing, nothing really loud. The children were upstairs and they came down holding their ears. So it clearly worked. It was something that would subdue people. And apparently they were also installing it into the academy schools, Tannoy systems as well, because they were new schools with like technology and stuff like that. Yes, Moonstar readings, if you know about it. I remember this. I remember us kind of kicking off about it and thinking, but we kind of all forgot about that. And I'm pretty certain for myself that there is still a frequency going out that is not picked up by the adult ear that is making these children behave like this. The video games that they constantly play, the drugs that they take, like the balloons and the skunk weed, the music that is constantly going into their cerebral cortex. Something is happening to them on that level, and we are just too ignorant to understand what's going on. It's crazy. Got so much work to do, my brothers and sisters. It's wider than his time is up. It's bigger than rapes and sexual abuse, because that is the origin, the core of a lot of the trauma and the ill. But then that gets expressed outwards in the things like that we're talking about, the things that we see. I am going to actually make quite a risky wager, and I just think that girl's she's been abused. That's what I look at when I see that young 18-year-old girl carrying on like that. Why would you carry on like that? And what is this thing about your sexuality? And sounds to me from, if what the sister's saying is correct, Sister Ro, that she's also quite promiscuous. What is going on for her, actually? A lot of questions, my brothers and sisters. But yeah, there's the link again one more time. If you want to come out, please do. If not, we're going to wrap it up. We are going to wrap it up. Mad thing. Still disturbed by that, man. Because, you just think that could be my daughter. Go on then. What would happen then? Yeah, it's messing with their vibrations, Lady Dimples. Absolutely. No, Fire Empress. The lady has not got her kids back, and we're going to Milton Keynes on Tuesday. We're meeting at the Civic Centre there in Milton Keynes. Google it or look on my Instagram if you haven't got the address. And we are going to be at the social services offices in Milton Keynes, like we planned before Christmas, Yeah, we've all, a lot of us have been through abuse, and it doesn't, thankfully, Nefertari and Rare, it hasn't left us like that, thankfully, by the grace. But there's so many other factors where it can leave you like that, and it often does. It often does. Because whoever abused us was 100%, 99.9% abused themselves. Otherwise, they couldn't commit an act like that. So it's just a vicious cycle that never ends, And we've got to kind of nip it in the youngers. We do a lot of work with the teenagers. When I say what done spoil a evening can't come good a morning. The work has to be done in primary school. It really has. You know, they're okay to show our children that they can change their sex and decide their sexuality at 5 years old, but they're not okay for us to come and teach about anti-gang work. You know, I know this for a fact. It's crazy. The work needs to be done. But yes, my brothers and sisters, get up to Milton Keynes on Tuesday. That's the next shout. There's plenty more shouts coming up on the back of that. I will see you guys again next week. All right. Thank you so, so much. Everybody that's participated, everybody that's hung on. Oh, everybody that cares in our community. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because we have got so much work to do, my people. We really, really do. And we're just one unit, you know. And that's another problem that we have, is that we don't come together. We do not come together as a people. And that's why we're always fragmented. We're all doing stuff, you know, too many chiefs and not enough Indians in our community. You know, if we were to stand strong together, regardless of what you thought about the individual, we might be getting somewhere. But you're right, Kimberly Jones, it's all about frequency and vibration. And right now we're at the lowest level of vibration that we could possibly be than we have been in our entire history. You know, we spoke about Peter Dredd already, DF. Not a lot more I can say apart from the fact that he roams free, and yet again the community allowed him to do that. Shame on them. Shame on them. That's all I can say. Shame on them. And I hope that sister gets justice. That's all I can say. No more to say than that. My guys, my brothers, my sisters, my people, I will see you again next week. Until then, keep safe. For those of you that are coming to Milton Keynes, please keep the DMs going. By tomorrow, we will lock off that tally and we're going to know what we're doing. Other than that, I want to big up the 2 people that DM'd me to say that they can't come themselves, but they're willing to sponsor somebody else. If the coach is going forward or the transport is going forward, of course. So, yeah, hopefully we get the tally. We can fill at least a minibus. So I'll be liaising with the family around that in the next 24 hours, see what we can get locked down by the end of tomorrow. Look out for the bulletins on Instagram, on Facebook. Everything I post on Instagram goes instantly to Facebook, so you'll be able to see it anyway. And if not, I'll see you guys down in Milton Keynes, in Berkshire, on Tuesday afternoon at 12 p.m. All right, my brothers and sisters, blessed love, blessed love, blessed love. Good night.